Sajeevan, the CEO of ESY India. On behalf of Amity Innovation Incubator, Gurgaon, Amity University, Haryana, our beloved Chancellor, Dr. Asim Chauhan, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. P.V. Sharma, and respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Padmakali, Head of Amity Innovation Incubator, Dr. Vikas Sagar, the Amity Innovation Incubator Head Office team, and from all our faculty members and students, I would want to extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much for being with us here. Dr. V.P. Sajeevan is one of the leading experts in the digital imaging industry in India and has worked with big brands like Xerox and Canon in the past and now heading ESY India. He was with Canon India for about 14 years. During his stint as director, he was instrumental in taking brand Canon to an undisputed leadership position. His special consumer experience helped to bring vast changes in the brand's market approach and eventual acceptance by the industry and consumers. Dr. Sajeevan is the founder and CEO of ESY India, established in the year 2000 and has become the leading brand in POS industry in India. He has won many laurels and awards for his innovation, leadership, and entrepreneurship qualities. Dr. Sajeevan is also associated with leading management institutes in India and abroad as a leadership speaker and consultant. He holds a master's in economics from University of Calicut and is a postgraduate in business administration from Bharati Dasan University in India. In November 2017, he attained his doctorate in marketing from Ulster University, Dublin. Thank you so much, sir. We are honored to have you with us today.
Thank you, Trisha.
Also, to make the most of today's event, we are also having a QA session towards the end of the session. So I would want every one of you who has any questions to post it in the chats and we'll take it forward. Thank you so much, sir. It's all yours.
So good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So good morning to you all. First of all, let me thank Team Amity for organizing this webinar, and a special thanks to Dr. Vikas Madhukar, a great friend of mine, and our relationship is for the last 10-15 years now. And a special thanks, Dr. Vikas. I hope you are doing well and all of you are staying safe and fine. Today, the topic given to me by Team Amity is entrepreneurship, the challenges and opportunities. If you just look around or going through the everyday, the news or informations what we get, everywhere we feel and we face lots of challenges. The two things actually coming to my mind is the death and the debt. If you don't protect yourself, you will be falling to the COVID-19, which is a debt trap. And if you don't manage your business properly, you will be falling to debt trap. So I'm going to talk about these challenges and opportunities. We will be going through the next 35 to 40 minutes about the experiences what we went through last 100 days due to or thanks to COVID-19. So I have a couple of slides to be shared. So that is, I'll be able to connect with what I wanted to share with you. And if anything can be taken home from our experience and can be applied for your businesses, it'll be great. So the assumption is that my audience are either entrepreneurs or someone who are aspiring for doing business. So welcome to the world of business. The business is not bed of roses. And nowadays you cannot see any sunshine and rainbows. It's all pain, but there are lots of pleasure doing business. And let me take you all through that. So big salute for our soldiers who are protecting us by sacrificing their lives. And big salute for their families as well. We all are struggling to protect ourselves from this COVID-19. Just think of those soldiers who are protecting the nation by sacrificing their lives. So no words to express or explain their sacrifice, and we can just say that is, we are proud of you, dear soldiers, and we love you all. I'll be sharing a slide or a small video, and I'll tell you the relevance of that video later. So request you to just watch this video. I'm sharing my own experience as an entrepreneur, the challenges, what we faced, and the opportunities, what we could explore. As you all know that we are going through the most difficult times of our lives. The economic crisis and the political crisis across the world, or the threat from COVID-19. We are seeing and heard many disasters across the world. Most of the time, we were just maintaining a low profile as an audience because it was not affecting us. But when it started affecting our nation or our state or our own city, and some of us felt at home, quarantine, COVID-19 treatment, losing of lives, big casualties. So then we started realizing that the pain last 100 days is not really going to be bearable. And this COVID-19 started spreading. It doesn't have boundaries, no language barrier, no nationalism. And it started affecting us physically, socially, politically, and economically. Now let me share what did happen to our company, Easy India. See, the second half of 2019 and the beginning of 2020, Easy India was going great and doing very well. We had a great start in January, but we started getting a feeling the mid of February. So Easy India is predominantly into POS products. POS means point of sales. And our major customers are retail stores. So the second week of February, we started getting hit because the business graph slowly started falling down. And when the third week of March, it was declared for a complete lockdown. And we could see that is almost all our customers were closed. And empty roads, empty malls, empty streets, people were at home, no business for the retail stores. And our major customer market started responding zero. So second week of April, we could see that our sales graph started falling terribly. And we could see a dry April, no business at all. And you know that is when you don't get money from the market, we started to manage the funds from our savings. March, April, May, they started giving us the pain. When we get 100 rupees, I just tell you how do we spend our money. We take 5 piece for that. The first priority is people. People, salaries, employee benefits, etc. As you all agree that people are the most important asset in any organization. And the moment efficiency of people is falling down, it will impact the productivity and performance of the organization. Hence, we keep the people as the first priority. So on time, salary on time, ensure that they get their benefits, they're insured. Then comes the premises. Premises means we have factory, offices, showroom, electricity, telephones, broadband, website, all comes under this head. Delay in settling this will have serious impact on your business. And I've seen there are many organizations closed down due to non-payment of premises expense in time. Then comes partners. Partners are your dealers, your franchisees, or your vendors, their claims and commissions. And if you look at partners are also an organization, and they do have their employees and their commitments, their premises, etc. And if you don't make the payment on time, they will be facing a big challenge and they will not be able to deliver what we expect, and it will impact on our business. And products, as you don't know, that is, without products we cannot really sustain the market, because we need to continue supplying products and services to the market. And for us, we have our major factories are outside India, are in Malaysia, Thailand, China, Germany. And our factory in Chennai makes only very specific models. So we need to plan well in advance to acquire our products. So at least 6 months before, so that is, we need to plan sufficient funds for our raw materials, etc. Then comes promotion. Promotion is the most important thing, because that takes products from factory to the customer desk, and lots of funds required. So these are the way factors we spend our money. When we get, for example, 100 rupees, we'll spend for people first, premises, partners, products, and promotions. And just look at all the doors of getting your funds are closed, and you started feeling the heat, lots of commitment, and people aren't happy. Your partners and your premises owners, and lack of inventory and no promotions. So we know that is, we are facing biggest problem what we have ever seen. So then we thought that is how to really come out of this. We have a short-term and a long-term plans. See, being a predominantly hardware company, we cannot shift our focus just like that, because it requires lots of time and long-term planning, factory setup, firmware. So we cannot shift the product. So then we were just thinking that how to explore the existing possibilities. With our existing thing, what best we can do, so that is, so we can check, we can control the damage, so that is, we can sustain. And we have decided that is, let's not swim now, let's float, so that is, no, we will not sink. So we realized that is what best we can do, and we just went back to our working board and we put, let's see, that is what are the things we can do, some corrective actions, products. For example, if you just look at, these are our products. We have all POS related products, from touch POS to label printers to thermal printer, and cash registers, barcode scanners, mobile printers, etc. And here you cannot do any corrective actions immediately with this, because it takes a long time. So then the next factor we looked at was the channels. Channel is actually go-to-market. That is, how do you reach your customers? Direct sales. We have a huge direct sales for addressing corporate customers, like corporate banks or a corporate retail chains, and corporate logistics companies like that. And we have a dealer sales across the country, distributing our products. And we do have online sales. We are very strongly present through online sales. So we realized that is, we cannot do a corrective action in channel right away. Maybe can be done something later. Then we looked at our customer segments. Customer segments, if you look at, as I was telling you, retail store, logistic companies, e-com companies, like almost all e-com companies use our products. Then government service departments. So we thought that these are things maybe except the retail stores, other companies are doing, but not really great. Then suddenly we noticed one more sector. We are there, but we are not very strong. Maybe we did not really give a sufficient focus to that sector, and that was health sector. And interestingly, the health sector was growing in a very big way because all of them are busy with addressing the COVID-19 transmission or contagious pandemic spreading. Then we realized that we have some products can be tweaked, can be done something with the firmware, and can be made exclusive for this health sector. And these are like labels, exclusive, very minute clinical labels. And we did a minor tweaking, and we came out with exclusive product for health center, the smart clinical data label printers. And this is actually we have done within 2-3 days, like in war fooding, we have done this testing, and we could see that this is an excellent one, and we use some waterproof labels so that this can be used even in laboratories and can be transported, and more than 100 days it can sustain. So these are the things, and we promoted this product, and we decided that is how to really reach our targeted audience. And we don't want to spend a huge money on ATL to reach them. So we thought that let's take a low cost marketing, which is a very close one-to-one marketing. And also we can have a crowdsourcing. So that is using social medias and other contacts. So we decided that is first, we thought that is, let's have a database of our own dealers and employees and the company. And we started sending WhatsApp messages. Very clearly sent to them saying that this may not be concern you directly, but request you to share with those who are in health industry. We have special scheme for them. So we've told them, we have requested all common people who are in our database saying that is this product, what we are sending may not be concerned to you directly, but by sending this or sharing this with someone who are from health industry, they can really get benefited. And we devise a strategy of giving them an excellent benefit for owning this product. And we also went through social medias like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Believe me, we started getting very positive response from the market, and we could really hit the target audience to the point. Many people have sent this share to doctors, laboratories, hospitals, clinics, medical stores, etc. And I'll just share you the result of 5 days after launching this product. And this product was not new. The product was existing, and the product was used by other customer segments. But we tweaked and we made it something special for healthcare industry. And these are the results. Day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, and 5. You can see the huge growth in this dry or zero growth time, thanks to this product and thanks to our innovative approach towards health industry. And just look at, these are the big brands, actually they could really own these products in these days. Then we realized that, yes, now we got actually breathing time and some relief that yes, there are some products and this is the industry we can focus on, we'll be able to really get it. Then we thought, let's really spend more energy, time for innovation. And we developed a product, and it is this. This is a product without shifting or moving from our core business. Core business is POS, and POS means point of sales. So we started calling as point of service. So any point the service is delivered, easy wants to be there. Whether it is a hospital, whether it's a store, whether it's a school, whether it is a railway station, whether it's a bank, post office, government department, anywhere for that matter, wherever the service is delivered, the point we want to be there. I'm sure you would have noticed that your day starts with, when you go to, the first thing you do is brushing. So there you can see that there's a barcode printed on your toothpaste. Actually, that barcode is done by companies like us. And that barcode reader is also done by companies like us. From there, you just move for shaving or bathing. For any products, you can see that is a barcode or a QR code. You can see that. And today's world, all developed nations move to health coding. Health coding is something like that. If you are tested positive and you went through the treatment, then you have recovered, you'll be given a health code. So that is next time when you are traveling, you need not to go again for a COVID-19 testing. You can use the health code. So health code is a certification. So for that health code can be read by our products. So we developed a product which is a multi-function product that can be used for a QR code reading, and for health code reading, barcode reading, and human body temperature. So we made all the 4 functions in one product and started addressing the health industries. Not only health industries, after this lockdown, almost all stores are opening. So now when you enter the store, the first thing is they stop you and they start monitoring you with an infrared thermometer. And they have a barcode reader inside. So now introducing this multi-function product, with one product, you can address multiple things. And this is a product, we got lots of response from the market, and I'm sure that this is going to really make a revolution. So we realized that any challenges you face, and to address that, to find a solution, you need to also explore the opportunity. COVID-19 and this lockdown, economical instability, all those things, what has taught us that is we need to think something out of the box and introduce something which is more important, relevant to that particular season or particular market, so that you'll be able to attain. So with this, we could really develop, launch 2 exclusive products for health industries, which is a smart clinical data label printers and multifunctional scanners. With this, we address the health industry. And though we could not really attain the last year business, because this is only one of the product line for us, but we could see that the wheels started rolling. We could see that is we could address some immediate commitments. We could address that is at least the first priority of people are retained, or partners are, or their commitments has been delivered. Now I'll come to the topic. What we were talking is challenges and opportunities. As I was mentioning the beginning of my presentation, today's world, you can just start jotting down n number of challenges, because every minute you face challenges. But almost all challenges also opens up opportunities. Let's see that is what are the challenges the business organizations. And I'm addressing for the entrepreneurs and the startup people who are to start up and who are aspiring business. The first and most important the challenge all of us face is financial management. What is financial management? What's the biggest challenge? Lack of cash flow. Managing cash flow is a perpetual struggle for almost all business. I could see one of my friend who is running a very big retail chain. It's a coffee shop retail chain. He got around 115 stores across the country. He was sharing with me after the lockdown, that is, he was literally struggling to pay salaries for the employees in the month of May. Is that he did not have enough money, and he requested his employees for a deferred payment. See, when you look at 115 stores, a big turnover, a retail chain of coffee shop is facing these problems. Not only this, many people who are into catering business. See, they used to do a big business in catering, but due to lockdown, almost all big events came to stall. No business. And they start struggling and they cannot send their employees off. And if any business comes in, it's very difficult to get experienced people in catering. Biggest challenge was cash flow because no business and they run on day-to-day business. And the second biggest challenge what you face in financial management is budget, sticking to budget. Because most of the cases you can see that is we move out of the budget. And business challenge is sticking to the budget because your income is already decided because this is what gross margin you are going to get from the product. And if you are not sticking into that budget, you'll have a tough time. Lack of capital. Many startups I could see that is they are struggling because of lack of capital and unforeseen expenses. For example, I tell you, now one of the IT company, they were importing products from China. They got a consignment in the month of March, third week, and they hit the Mumbai port. 25th, Mumbai port was closed. And the consignment was there for more than 45 days. And the customer who placed the order for this consignment, due to the delay, they've canceled the order. And this product was specially made for this customer. Then he is not able to clear the consignment and the customer has canceled it. Now he doesn't know what to do with that product. So it became unforeseen expenses that he needs to really rework, do a lot of changes, the software and firmware to sell it to some other customers. Like that, there are many unforeseen expenses faced by customers and they are struggling to meet the day-to-day expenses. Some of my suggestions or what we have done in Easy, that is, we know that is when you start building to your partners or customers, there is a delay in getting money, maybe like 15 days, 30 days, or 45 days. So what we did, we started offering a special incentives for 100% advance. Any payment, you make it before the order placing, you get a special incentives, like 2 or 3%. So with this, we started really getting, and we could cut short the delay in the payment collection. And also we could see that is a high overhead expenses. We went through that is there are some areas we could really save money due to maybe it's overhead expenses very high, something like that. We have everyday courier sending to all the branches or all the our service partners. So what we did is we spoke to them and agreed that is it will be done only once in 3 days. So that is one campaign, a comprehensive package will be sent to them so that we could really save 5 or 6 courier packages was sending every day, and now we changed it to once in 3 days. And also that is we could really save some of the offices, and thanks to working from home, the biggest expenditure was running an office for Leicester, 40, 50 days that we could really save. But there are actually so many other things, so we need to make it, because we could see that some of our dealers, employees, they did not have laptops working from home, so that they need to acquire laptops for them, and there is additional expenses came in between. And inventory. In financial management, the biggest challenge is that if you don't have a proper sales, then you have a high inventory in the warehouse, and there is a huge cost. So these are actually things you need to address, that is how actually we can really make. So now when you make a product planning, you have to spend time that is slow moving, fast moving, and not slow moving products, and how you can liquidate that is slow moving product. What are the benefits? Maybe you may have to really spend some more profits, or share the profits with your partners and customers, and you liquidate. And last thing I could see that is insufficient gross margins, because when you start offering special prices, discounts, everything, your gross margins started falling. So here you need to literally address, because only manufacturers or company management, you people need to take a call that is what should be an ideal or optimal level of margin you should keep for your survival. And next and most important is team management. See, one thing I can tell you, if everything is going fine, everybody are together. But when the problem comes, like first is your financial challenges. You're not able to pay salary on time. You're not pay your commissions and incentives to your partners on time. You not expect a great team supporting you unless you have a very strong or very robust trust building system. The team, this is the time actually you must take your team into confidence. See, this is not going to be ever lasting syndrome. This can be cleared maybe after a few months, maybe within a span of a year, but this is not going to be forever. So, and we, all of us will come out of this. This time too shall pass. And we must take our team into confidence that this is a time to really work together, and let's really attain the goal what we have set now. And to avoid conflicts and tensions, this is a time you can see that there's a lot of actually conflicts and tensions between the team, and there are chances for the teams to split. Transparency and low engagement between team. As a team leader or a manager or an entrepreneur, you must be with the team and ensure that there's a proper and continuous engagement is on. Important thing here is multitask management. The challenge what you are going to face, or what we face, or I could experience that is many people are facing, is a multitask management, because now things are getting changed. Earlier, a guy was doing only servicing. Now he'll be tasked to do sales as well. A guy was doing only sales, and now he'll be tasked to do for the logistics part as well. So now the team must be able to do, or even you as an organization must be able to do task management, multitask management. Here, then you must be able to really think properly, so that there's no any, normally when you start doing multitask, you will be falling into a severe stress mode. Not only you, your team members as well. This is a time to really help them, develop them, and equip them to face multitask. Then only they will be able to really deliver in this crisis time. And relationship management. Relationship management here, what I'm going to talk about is a customer relationship management, CRM. Many companies, if you just look at, you have huge data, but most of the companies, I could see that except some very big blue chip companies, they have not properly used the CRM, or sometimes they do not have even a CRM. When you have a huge customer data, are you effectively using to generate repeated business? Are you using that data for your lead management? Are you really using this data for a proper and a long-term engagement? Are you activating any engagement program with your customers so that they'll be able to bring business? So relationship, because your strength here is the relationship with your customers. And a CRM, if not started yet, I suggest that there are so many applications available today. And if you have a very small organization and not having much of that is a customer base, start with any online. There are even free CRM available. Start experiencing an online CRM or a cloud CRM, then start implementing your own CRM in your organization, because CRM is the future. Unless you know how to engage, how to entertain, how to retain your customers, you'll not be able to expand your business and bring growth. The last but not the least is the self-management. I know to tell you, because today, last 10 days, you can see that is lots of things happening in self-management area. This is the time not to lose confidence. See, what is self-management skill? The skills are like problem solving, resisting stress, communicating clearly, managing time, and strengthening memory. So as a leader of organization, you must have all these qualities. And these are the qualities are not very special or rocket science. You have to practice. The problem solving skill is the most important factor for self-management or even leading an organization. Many people they're actually scared to face failures. A failure is actually, facing failure is one of the key factor for success. Why we call in business P&L, profit and loss. When you run a business, definitely there will be loss. The loss is the other side of the coin. Asset and liabilities, success and failure. So you cannot take a pledge that I will accept only profits, I will accept only assets, I will accept only success. No. Failure is part of your life. Sometimes if you just calculate the number of times you fell, you can see that is actually, it will be higher. The number of failures will be very higher than the successes. And how did you come out of that? Falling and rising. So it's a waveform. Once you face failure, you should not lose confidence, because people are watching you. The world is watching you. As a leader of the organization, as an entrepreneur, your team, your family, your customers, everybody is watching at you, and that how you are going to take up or how you are going to face your failure and turning around failure as success. So self-management, start practicing three important things. One is how to solve problems. There are scientific methods of doing or solving problems. And the first important thing is that listen. Many times during this crisis, we lose the skill of listening or active listening. Listen and understand that is what exactly the problem is. So if there's a problem, accept it. To try to learn to accept, yes, there's a problem. And appreciate those who escalate the problem to you and acknowledge them. Yes, there's a problem. Then act on it. So keep this 4A in mind. Accept, appreciate, acknowledge, and act. Then you'll be able to really solve problems just like that. And second most important thing is managing time or time management. Never do a firefighting situations. Start planning. For example, I could see that is between 5 and 6. Almost all offices are very busy because they want to send all the couriers, all the mails, all the proposals, everything. It's a firefighting situation. As an entrepreneur, start making your plans, that is prioritize it. That is HP, high priority, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the low priority. Make things very clear so you'll be able to manage your time. And third is resisting stress. You must be strong. If you cannot resist stress, please don't get into business. Continue to be an employee, that's fine. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you must know how to resist stress. There will be stress. Others will be getting money. Your dealers get money. Your employees get money. You may not get money. You must know that is how to resist the stress. As an investor, as an entrepreneur, as a leading player, as a captain, you must have the capacity to resist stress. Maybe you can practice yoga or meditation, anything else. And one important thing I just want to tell for all of you is that how many of you do exercises? See, there are three things: body, mind, and soul. Always know we talk about mind and soul and forgetting about the body. At least know if you can practice 30 minutes brisk walk every day. Make a practice that you maintain your body fit, so that it can help you to address all challenges you're going to face. So let this day help you starting a proper exercise and making you physically fit. Now, let's see the opportunities. As I was telling you, all the challenges and opportunities are the two sides of the coin. And I could see as an organization, I'm just talking about what we could see the opportunities here, which I shared with you. Health industry was actually biggest great opportunity for us, and we could really explore it. Here, what I want to tell here is last 100 days, there's a great consumer migration. We never thought that is the consumers can migrate so fast. From offline, they migrated to online. We almost all of us were skeptical about online business because we never trusted making payments through online, and we never trusted purchasing something online, and we could not even dream that we will be getting all entertainment through online. And today everything is changed. Now your hospitals came home. Your schools came home, your movie theaters came home, what else? So migration from offline to online, that's the greatest thing happened in India. And look at here, entertainment, OTT. Today, so many applications available, and more than movies, you can see web series. So on your mobile, on your TV, connected to internet, OTT have brought a huge revolution in terms of entertainment. It's a big opportunity for all of you. If anyone aspiring for an acting, today you need not really go to all Bollywood studios and stand and wait, look for like a Godfather. Not required. Actually, you can start your own. That's what actually the greatest advantage of migrating to the online. And health, I have explained everything, and today the doctors online, video calling, many things are happening through, and there are a lot of great apps like Practo, call your doctor, like that. Education is now more or less is 99% shifted to online today. And Soho, small office, home office. So working from home is becoming a biggest challenge, but equipping you to working from home is what biggest challenge for the organizations. In fact, one of the webinar I was suggesting universities to really add one more curriculum, that is working from home. We must prepare all of the students to face this challenge working from home. Working from home is not that easy. There are a lot of great stress, and there are many challenges, and we must equip our students and also our employees to work from home. And when WFM or working from home starts, there are great opportunities for IT companies, IT hardwares to really get a bigger market. Retail, I'm talking about e-retail. Today, there are more than 1,000 brands, companies. Now online, it's the biggest market. And as Easy India, actually, we really getting benefited through this online marketing because all products require labels and barcode scanners and all printed receipts, everything. We are doing it. And many IT companies are getting benefited through this. And it is opening up a big opportunities for all entrepreneurs. So these are the brands you can see that is recently just made use of this migration from offline to online, like Zoom. Today, we are exploring the benefits of Zoom. And though Zoom was launched, I think 5-6 years before, but only the COVID-19 could really help the Zoom to become a big brand in the world. So there are so many other brands now you can see here, which could really throw up a big opportunities in the market. But if you want to really explore the opportunities, you must practice something in life, which I call 5S. Keep practicing 5S. It's like a wheel, that is start. The first S in this 5S is stop. I'm asking you to stop something to start. Stop panicking. Business is eroding. Lockdown is happening. Corona is spreading. So many death tolls. Now the China is threatening from the border. Don't panic. We have gone through similar situations before. Though may not be in this gravity, but we have seen. We have seen. So stop panicking. This is not end of the world. And stop transmitting fear to others. Many people, the first thing I could see them is they get panic and they started transmitting the fear to everybody that this is going to happen. Stop it. Stop unplanned and unwanted expenses. You must know that this is the one I must stop. I should not spend any more for this. These are unwanted or unplanned expenses. Stop it. And also stop selling those products which cost of selling is very high. See, there's a cost for selling. If you take a product, if your cost of selling is, let's say that higher than 5% or 10%, and your earning is getting affected due to the high cost of selling, stop selling that product. Focus product which gives you sufficient margins. So stop getting panic, stop transmitting fear, stop unwanted or unplanned expenses, and stop the products with high cost of selling. Once you know how to stop, then start. What to start? You must start learning. Many entrepreneurs, I could see that they stop learning when they start business. See, you must learn every day. And one interesting thing I just tell you, I was interacting with a couple of entrepreneurs, and interestingly, or actually to my surprise, I could see that many of them did not understand finance. Even they don't know how to read their own organization's profit and loss report or a balance sheet. They don't know. They are educated, they are graduates, but they never ever tried to understand that is what is it. Unless you know about your financials, basics, start learning the basics of finance. If you are stepping into business, please learn basics of business and finance. For example, I just want to ask you entrepreneurs, how many of you spend time before you submit your GST returns? Your tax practitioners or your accounts department or your auditors send you one GST returns for filing, and you just go through it. How many of you go head or point by point? It's a good learning for beginners. Start learning that why you're paying tax. There are many things that is, there is something called your tax. You get actually input tax. Many startup, I could see that they don't know how to really use your ITC or input tax credit. Start learning finance and your GST factors. Start building your team. If it is a small team, create transparency, start building a team and start new partnerships. In this, every year, you should have new partnerships and start acquiring new customers. Now come to sustain. Sustaining, the biggest challenge is sustaining your existing customers. When you are looking for new customer acquisitions, please do not lose your existing customers. Connect and engage them. And sustain good practices. See, you are here because you have some good practices. You were following some good practices. Continue to do that. And sustain training and development programs for your own employees and your team.
Dr. Sajeevan?
Yes?
Yeah, Dr. Sajeevan is so wonderful. We have few questions coming from the audience, and we have, a little time left. So, if we can have one or two questions, we can take one.
Actually, just 2 minutes. My slides are over.
Okay, yeah, please.
This is done.
Right.
Yeah. And succeed is see, you must know how to set smart goals and encourage team to achieve. The biggest thing here is please bring small targets and celebrate small successes. So you'll be able to succeed. So also understand that is the benefit of interdependability. And as a team, you must be able to succeed even your small goals. The last and the final thing which I want to share is surpass. Set a long-term goal and start working from today. Benchmark, even if it's your competition, benchmark their good practices, their total achievement, and keep monitoring every day and keep adding innovations. Unless you have a long-term goal, your organization will not be able to attain your goal and expand and bring growth. So with this, I want to thank all my audience, aspiring entrepreneurs and existing entrepreneurs, and who are learning and studying for business and who wants to get into business. Now, and welcome your queries.
Thank you so much, sir. So we received certain questions and I would request you could put some light over them.
Okay.
The first question is, how much patience as a new startup founder should possess in terms of making one's venture a successful one? How much patience, sometimes we're having a dilemma of whether to continue onto that path or retreat. So how much patience should we have?
Trisha, sorry, your audio is not clear.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah.
How much patience as a new startup founder one should possess in terms of making one's venture a successful one? Whether to continue onto that path or to retreat because it's not working out or something of that sort. How much patience should we have?
You're talking about patience.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sajeevan, actually, the question is related particularly for those young entrepreneurs, those they're starting a startup, but it takes a little time and it is gradually that a startup really picks up. So the question is with reference to the patience, what patience one should have. I mean, you are losing patience the moment you find that your startup is not picking up. So any tips on this?
See, the patience, it refers to what business you are into. For example, let me just give an example of farming. See, in farming, there are actually crops. You can take harvest within 3 months, within 6 months, within 1 year. So what type of crops you are into? So the business, you should look at that is what's the business and the outcome, what you're expecting. If the outcome, there are actually a lot of business that is within 90 days of your launching, you will be able to see the benefits. But there are business, you need to really work on it. For example, if you are just coming with like e-com, for e-com business, you need to have a very robust patience level. You need to build your customer base. You need to build your brand. You need to build your credibility. You need to bring your trust factor. Then only you will be able to bring your fruits. So it depends upon your business model, what you have taken. And being the driver of your business, you must be knowing that is what are the positive signals you are getting out of this. Every phase you can see that is you will be getting positive signals. That is why actually we all go through a wheel called PDCA. Plan, do, check, act. So do a planning as per your objectives. Is it really getting? So do a review meeting. When you do a review, you understand that is, are you on the right track? Or a corrective measures you need to take it. There are many business, even after sometimes doing so many things, it's not really fruitful, better to change.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. We also have certain more questions, but I think we are hard pressed on time as of now, so maybe we can limit ourselves to these many for the day. Thank you so much, sir, for such an interactive and fruitful session. I'm convinced that everyone out here today would be taking back your eloquent expertise, which you were so kind to grace us with, whether it was briefing for the 5 Ps, whether it was taking time as difficult as the pandemic to be a stepping stone for your own success in the business. Thank you so much, sir. We'll see more of you in the future. I would also like to express our gratitude towards respected Vice Chancellor, sir, respected Vice Chancellor, ma'am, and Dr. Vikas Madhukar, sir, for providing such a wonderful opportunity to each one of us and helping our entrepreneurial mind get a wide exposure. Heartfelt thanks to all the participants and students for being here with us today. And also thank you, Mr. Sajeev, for our IT person for the day. Thank you so much, sir.
Dr. Sajeevan, we are really thankful to you. And, we've been waiting from the day when you came to the university. I remember the international conference, what we had organized, and it was a mesmerizing presentation. And, the same is repeated today. I know you are a wonderful speaker. You are, I know in your tenure, when you were a director of Canon, the kind of achievement you have made, and the same thing you have repeated in your startup, and in a very short span of time, you've been able to take up your startup to a new height. So thank you very much for this wonderful lecture. And I'm sure the kind of practical thing which you talked about, your business, that how have you identified the opportunities out of the challenges. I think it is very right. Like we say, the necessity is the mother of invention. In the same way, the challenges are there, those they give birth to the opportunities. And the wonderful product you have introduced, I was quite amazed to see your product. uh, Although you texted me it earlier, and when you launched this product, so we keep sharing and keep talking all this thing, it's good. And the 5 Ps and 5S, I must say, very very relevant in the present time of COVID, especially right from when you talk about the challenges, the conservating the cash flows, very important aspect to financial management, whether it is a people team building, or we talking about the relationship management. And at the end, the way you have summarized by emphasizing on stop and start, I think very very important, particularly for our dear student, that the way the time has changed, we've been into a new normal. And in this unprecedented time, really we need to look into all things, review it, and stop and start the new thing. So thank you once again on behalf of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Asim K. Chauhan, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor, and to Vice Chancellor, on behalf of all faculty member and student, we thank you for your time, sir. Thank you very much, and all the best.